keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving. Yeah, I'm that remedy, subject to your abuse. I'm that desire in your blood you can't refuse. You picked your poison, boy, ain't nothing left to choose. Now, you can't get enough.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Ed Off the Bench podcast. My name is Jim Cross. Ava Garza is somewhere around here. We're hoping she'll join us somewhere in the middle, having Wi-Fi issues. It seems to be a problem around the country, whether Louisiana, Mississippi, or anywhere else in between, but not our guest. Tonight, we're going to head out to Washington. We're going to talk to Lilly Tubbs, one of the only guests I can say that I own apparel for in gymnastics. But before we do, got to plug the sponsors. Jesus One Apparel, John 16:33, empowering young men and women to be bold in their faith. Chinook Seedery, 8 flavors, mild to wild, the best sunflower seeds in the game. And then, of course, Old Dominic Distillery in the heart of downtown Memphis. Bourbon, vodka, whiskey, gin. They get it all. Remember, drink responsibly. But enough of that. We've paid the bills. Lilly, how are we doing tonight?
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you back. It's obviously exciting times on deck. Hopefully Ava will join us. She was excited to hear about the Washington experience. She hasn't got to talk to any gymnasts from up in that area, but if she comes back around, we'll visit that. But let's get into something I'm interested in. As a guy who covers baseball, I got to see you throw a first pitch. How exciting was it to go out there and do your thing?
Oh my gosh, that was such an amazing experience. My brother grew up playing baseball. He actually just graduated from MIT, playing baseball there. So my family was just so excited about it. And my brother was teasing me, you better make it to the plate. I did.
You did. It wasn't a
the best.
strike,
I got
but
a little
it was
shy, I
there.
will say, but it was fun. It was super fun. I'm so
Yeah, I
thankful
would have
they
been
had
super
me.
impressed if you threw it right down the middle. That, especially coming off the car wheel, that'd have been nice.
Yeah, I think I could have done it, but I did get a little shy, which is not like me, but it's okay.
You said
My
it's been
form got a
raining a
little.
lot. Was it by chance raining out there?
I think it was a little bit. Yeah.
Because I saw that there was some raincoats up in the upper thing. So I thought, you know what? She probably also had to do it in the rain. And when you told me before the episode had been raining a lot, I was like, that doesn't help you get a good grip on the ball either. So you had to go against the elements as well.
Yeah, I don't know how the baseball players, I don't know how they do it. Gets a little slippery out there.
So you saw on the back end of that video, it obviously had the picture of you and all the Leos. Ava likes to ask the baseball guys which uniform is their favorite. For me, I'm actually one of the few guys that will get into the discussions on, a good Leo or not. There's sometimes I see some that I think are amazing. There's some that I see and I'm like, they need to put that back in the closet. But I say all that to say, y'all have some pretty good ones. Which one is your favorite?
Okay, we just dropped Purple Rain, and it's brand new this year. That one is my favorite. It's got purple on one side, black on the other. On the back, it says Purple Rain. That one's my favorite this year, but also Suzalo. Love her.
Yeah, no, the Purple Rain one,
Wow.
I saw it. It was one of the first things I found when I went to the Washington Instagram, so I knew exactly which one you were talking about.
Yeah, we also have some good juju with that one. We upset Ohio State in that Leo, so it's got a special place in my heart.
Is the white one a little different in the sense of, like, I noticed that all the rest of them are either purple or black? Like, is it weird wearing the white?
Yeah, at first it's a little intimidating, but I really like how they designed it, and it's got Mount Rainier in the back, and it's a beautiful touch. And it's okay, now we're really going into it, but it's got a ribbed material. It's double lined, and so it's really comfortable, and I think all the girls, we like it a lot. So
I mean, that's a common denominator with the baseball guys, because they talk about sometimes it's not necessarily if it's the best looking one. They'll say sometimes it's about a better feeling one, and all of them are not created equal. Some of them have a different material. Some are lighter, heavier, so all that stuff, especially for what y'all do, matters a ton. So I could see how having certain adjustment things made to it would make it easier. But let's get into the gymnastics portion. A great year for you on all events, but as we know, last time we had you on, you ended up going through injury. So how nice was it to come back, be healthy, and be able to compete in your events and do so well?
Oh, I feel so blessed. I've got my puppy down here. So the last time I was on here, I had broken my foot on New Year's Eve. And when I did my interview with you, I was supposed to compete that weekend. I think it was Maryland. And I tripped over my dog and I broke my foot again. So that my coaches were not happy. I was not happy.
Coaches were probably not happy with the dog.
Yeah, exactly. But he's amazing. His name's Hank. He's the best dog ever. It was just he was a puppy, you know how it works. But
I was actually going to tell you, you hear one. Come here. You hear one squeaking in the background. We actually got a brand new one also, and she's hanging out in here. Usually she'll come and go, come here, Chloe, come here.
Yeah, mine's over here. But anyways, I mean, it's just crazy how everything works out, taking that year off, I think it gives you a whole new insight and a whole new role. I've spoken about this before, but on our team, it's very important that everyone knows their role. Oh, there he is. It's so important that everyone has a role and know that they're important for that role. And last year, my role was supporting my teammates and making sure your mats are right and, all the little details. It provides a whole new insight. And I'm so grateful that I had that experience. It sucked being out, but it gave me, I became stronger and I got to go into this season with so much confidence that I was stronger and I got more time to train. And so I think it really helped shape this year and this season.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you an appreciation for what you do when it gets taken away. And then, as you said, it gives you the other part of not even just taking care of the equipment, like you said, but being, a good teammate, right? Like you got to be there for them, even though, you're sad that you're not able to compete. You have to be there for them. And I like it. I like that it gave you a different perspective. I like that it ultimately made you stronger coming into this season. You talked about beating Ohio State, but I saw the clips from senior night as well. Could be one of those two, maybe a different one. What was your favorite meet of the season?
Ooh. I mean, all of them are fun, but Ohio State was just like special. We came out to play, and knowing that we can do that, being the lower ranked team and upsetting a higher ranked team, like that was just so special. And I think all of us just exuded confidence throughout the whole meet. And so, I mean, it was super fun. Like we took what we had and we ran with it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all getting the upset. It seems like, I was looking at the schedule. Y'all got one of the hardest schedules there is. Y'all started out the gate with, the UCLAs of the world coming to your house and everything. And so, I'm sure it felt really good to get that ranked victory under your belt. The senior night one had to be cool, obviously, because that's your last time to compete at home. So, it looks like you obviously had a really fun season. So ultimately, though, what matters most is what's coming up now. Y'all punch your ticket to Corvallis. What's the vibe of the team right now? I've kind of gotten it from you, but how's the team feeling? How excited are y'all to have this opportunity?
We're super excited to get back in there. Last year we had a rougher year. So it's super exciting, especially to show the freshmen like who we are, my freshman year, we made it to Sweet 16 and I want to replicate that, I want to give them that feeling. That's something that all of us seniors, like we have with us and we know what it feels like to make it that far. And I think that was one of our favorite moments from our whole career. So trying to replicate that for our younger girls would be just awesome,
Yeah, and hopefully, I want to see y'all go there as a team because I told you we had interviewed Mary last year, and you know, obviously you're excited when you're individually you get an opportunity to compete, but you want to go with your team who you've competed with all year. It's the sisterhood and everything, and so I would love to see you lead those girls and be able to have that same opportunity again, like you did before. So let me ask you, in order for y'all to be able to make a run to the championship, what is the thing that this team needs to do that maybe just haven't done it good enough at this point, but has the ability to do?
Yeah, we just need to put everything together. The skills are there. We all have great highs individually. We just have to put it together. I mean, it's simple as that. We just need
Execution,
to.
right? Getting it done at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, we've had so many individual successes this year that if we can put all of those together, we'll be the top ranked team,
I knew she'd make an appearance. This one's mine.
Oh.
She's squeaking her toy right below. So we just got her last week. Her name's Chloe. So she had to make her appearance. That's the first one on the podcast. But let's talk about something I read in your profile that I didn't read the first time. I don't know if it was added late or if I just missed over it, but it says your superstition is during a beam routine, you have to think of a song and sing it. So lately, is there any specific song, or is it, does it, whatever happens to be something in your head that day? How do you prepare for this? And, is there a go-to song recently?
Oh, okay. So my beam song is Weight of Your World by Chris Stapleton.
Mm-hmm.
Love that song. I think it just reminds me to stay present, and honestly, that song can be interpreted in so many ways, but to me, it's let God do his channel through you,
Mm-hmm.
let your mind rest and do what you know how to do, and let your burdens and your weights, it goes to him. So I sing that, but lately, honestly, I haven't been singing a lot in my head. I've been focusing on my cues, and I think that's something that I never really did before that I started this year, and I feel like it also grounds me. But having the home meets where my song plays is also so helpful. So
well, whatever you're doing, it's working. I will ask this, you're in the anchor spot, and I think back the last time we had someone who was the anchor on beam was Aaliyah Finnegan, and she said she lived for it, right? She wanted the pressure. Do you feel the same way? I mean, you talked about being a competitor earlier. Is being in the anchor spot what you love?
Yeah, I love being in the anchor spot. I mean, for me, I'm just doing my job, Your job stays the same whether you're first or you're last. I'm just going in and I'm going to do my job. I trust our coaches and where they put us. And so to me, it's just another day on the job, really.
Well,
but I do love the pressure.
Yeah, they've gotten it right by picking you because you're doing well, getting 9925s on a regular basis. So the other question I got, not gymnastics related, I asked you about it before the episode, but you got engaged. How excited are you? A lot of people when their sport's over, when their college is over, they don't know what they're going to do. But you got a plan set. So how excited are you for that next chapter once gymnastics and school is over?
I am so excited. Gymnastics doesn't last forever. So this is going to be the next step. And I'm so excited to enter that phase of life. We talk about it a lot, and it's just going to be super exciting when that day actually comes.
Well, the best thing that you could do is win this ring, add it to your other ring, and just start a collection, right?
Right. I like that idea.
Well, before I let you go, we always play a game. And since you've been on here before and we played this or that, we like to play blind ranking. And being that you are engaged, the category for blind ranking is honeymoon destinations. So basically, I have 7 destinations. You don't know what they are. You don't know what order they're going to come either. And so you're going to try to rank them on what you think is the best spot based upon not knowing what's coming. So you down to play?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully I know these places.
Oh, you'll know all these places. All right. So starting off simple, Las Vegas, 1 through 7. Where would it fall?
7.
All right. So making it easy. And I started easy for a reason. All right. Hawaii.
4.
All right. New York City.
6.
Italy.
2.
All right. Jamaica.
5.
Fiji.
Did I say 4 already?
So you got 1 and 3 open for these last. So the question is, do you think this is the best spot, or do you think the one behind it is the best spot? That's the question.
I got to go 3.
All right. So your number 1 without knowing blind is Paris, France. I think that's a solid choice.
Okay, I'll take it.
So we got 1 Paris, 2 Italy, 3 Fiji, 4 Hawaii, 5 Jamaica, 6 New York. So you played this game well without knowing what was coming. I mean, it lines up pretty well. You got you got Europe for back to back, and then you got the islands 3 in a row, and then you got the 2 places in the United States you could probably go anytime. So
Yeah,
a lot apart.
I'm such the person to like. I don't want to go to a big city. I really just want to like go relax somewhere. I think we're thinking like Switzerland. I would love to go to Switzerland, and then you can just like jump around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a plan that my son's got 5 years left of school. He's in 8th grade. Once he's done, me and my wife have always said we're going to go to Europe. Never been able to do it. We've been everywhere in the United States, so we've done all that. We've been to islands, and so that Europe is the thing that we got to check off. And if we do it after our son's graduated, we have no reason to hurry up back, right? So we can just take our time. So eventually, I'll make it over there to the Frances and the Italys of the world, or a Switzerland, but right now, I gotta keep dad in this thing and keep taking care of them.
That sounds fun.
But before I let you go, outside of they got to check out your apparel. I'm sure you got some newer stuff. This is last year's, but anything you want to plug or promote?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this.
Well, now you know. Like it is, do they? Obviously, I got one of them next Thursday at 2:00 my time, which would be noon your time. The first meet will take place. It is on ESPN Plus. I already looked. So for those listening who want to watch and support Lilly in Washington, that is one plug that we got. I obviously brought up the apparel. You can go to her Instagram. What's your Instagram? It's
lily.tubbs.
You can go to her Instagram and check out her apparel. Obviously, I got it because it looks good. I like the color scheme. You can't go wrong when we're talking about the mascot. So go check it out. And then you got anything else outside of that?
Go follow Washington Gymnastics. Hello.
The media team y'all's media team is on point. Like, that's how I was able to make such a good video. I was able to pull different clips that they had of y'all and put it together. So they're definitely on top of it. So go follow them. But we appreciate you taking the time. Wish you nothing but the best of luck. And if there's anything we can do for you in the future, just reach out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That's Lilly Tubbs, everyone. Sorry that Ava Garza did not show up, but we will have her and Daniel Ball in the building next week. We have some amazing episodes. But in the meantime, remember, strong bodies, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We are out.